أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
فيه آيات بينات مقام إبراهيم ومن دخله كان آمنا ولله على الناس حج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيلا ومن كفر فإن الله غني عن العالمين.
Translation. It, the Haram, contains clear signs in the spot where Ibrahim a.s. had stood, and anyone who enters it will find security, and whoever can afford should visit the house on a pilgrimage as his duty towards Allah. Whosoever denies should know that Allah is self-sufficient and independent from the worlds. Explanation. Hajj is the fifth pillar of Islam. It is obligatory for all Muslims who can afford and travel to do Hajj at least once in their lifetime. Hajj is performed from the 8th to 13th Dhul Hijjah every lunar year. It is an annual assembly of Muslims from all parts of the world in which all barriers of language, territory, color, and race disappear and the bond of faith becomes apparent. There are a number of benefits of Hajj to people individually as well as collectively. It is in Hadith, narrated Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Whoever performs Hajj for Allah's sake and does not have sexual relations with his wife and does not do evil or sins, then he will return after Hajj free from all sins, as if he was born anew." Bukhari, Muslim. It is in Hadith, narrated Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asked, "Which is the best deed?" He said, "To believe in Allah and His Apostle." He was then asked, "Which is the next in goodness?" He said, "To participate in jihad in Allah's cause." He was then asked, "Which is the next?" He said, "To perform Hajj Mabrur." Bukhari. In this verse, Allah mentions about the spot where Ibrahim a.s. stood while raising the wall of Kaaba. The rock on which Ibrahim a.s. stood is still preserved.
قل يا أهل الكتاب لم تكفرون بآيات الله والله شهيد على ما تعملون.
Translation. Say, O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, O people of the book, why do you reject the word of Allah while you know that Allah is a witness to all that you do?
قل يا أهل الكتاب لم تصدون عن سبيل الله من آمن تبغونها عوجا وأنتم شهداء وما الله بغافل عما تعملون.
Translation. Say, O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, O people of the book, why do you turn the believers away from the path of Allah, seeking to make it look deviant, while you are witnesses to the truth, and Allah is not unaware of what you do.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن تطيعوا فريقا من الذين أوتوا الكتاب يردوكم بعد إيمانكم كافرين.
Translation. O believers, if you follow what some of the people of the book are insinuating, it will turn you into unbelievers even after you've come to believe.
وكيف تكفرون تكفرون وأنتم تتلى عليكم آيات الله وفيكم رسوله ومن يعتصم بالله فقد هدي إلى صراط مستقيم.
Translation. And how could you disbelieve while the verses of Quran are being recited to you and his apostle ﷺ is among you? And whoever holds firmly to Allah surely has been guided to the straight path.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون.
Translation. O believers, fear Allah as He should be feared and do not die except as Muslims.
واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا وكنتم على شفا حفرة من النار فأنقذكم منها كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تهتدون.
Translation. Hold on firmly to the rope of Allah together and don't get divided among yourselves. Recall the favors Allah has bestowed upon you when you were one another's foe. He reconciled your hearts and turned you into brethren by His grace. Remember, you were standing on the edge of a pit of fire and He saved you from it. This is how Allah explains His verses to you so that you may be guided. Explanation. What is the rope of Allah? It is the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Allah is asking us to hold on firmly to the path shown by Him and His Khulafai Rashideen radiyallahu ta'ala anhum. It is in Quran. Tell them, O Prophet ﷺ, if you love Allah, then follow me so that Allah may love you and forgive your sin. For Allah is most forgiving and most kind. Aal-I-Imran 31. It is in Quran. Tell them, O Prophet ﷺ, obey Allah and His Apostle ﷺ. And if they refuse, then Allah does not love disbelievers. Aal-I-Imran 32.
وَلْتَكُن مِّنكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ.
Translation. And let there be a group among you that invites to goodness and enjoins good deeds and forbids immorality. It is they who are the successful. Explanation. It is in Hadith. It is narrated on the authority of Thawban radiyallahu ta'ala anhu that the Apostle of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, a group of people from my ummah will always remain triumphant on the right path and continue to be triumphant against their opponents. He who deserts them shall not be able to do them any harm. They will remain in this position until Allah's command is executed. Qiyamah is established. Bukhari, Muslim, Tirmidhi, Ibn Majah and others.
ولا تكونوا كالذين تفرقوا واختلفوا من بعد ما جاءهم البينات وأولئك لهم عذاب عظيم.
Translation. And do not be like those who differed and became divided. For them is grievous torment.
يوم تبيض وجوه وتسود وجوه فأما الذين اسودت وجوههم أكفرتم بعد إيمانكم فذوقوا العذاب بما كنتم تكفرون.
Translation. On the day of judgment, some faces will turn white, shining, and some faces will turn dark, abhorrent. As to those whose faces turn dark, it will be said, "You disbelieved after your belief. Now taste the punishment for your disbelief." Explanation. The above verses 103 to 106 are a cursor and a warning for 72 deviant sects and their subgroups among Muslims who have left the right path of Islam and chose different paths in the name of Islam. The right path of Islam is distinctly made clear throughout this tafsir.
وَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ بِيَضَّتْ وُجُوهُهُمْ فَفِي رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ هُمْ فِيهَا خَالِدُونَ.
Translation. And those whose faces will be shining are enveloped in the mercy of Allah. They will abide in it forever.
تِلْكَ آيَاتُ اللَّهِ نَتْلُوهَا عَلَيْكَ بِالْحَقِّ وَمَا اللَّهُ يُرِيدُ ظُلْمًا لِلْعَالَمِينَ.
Translation. These are the verses of Allah which we recite to you, O Prophet ﷺ, with truth, and Allah does not wish any injustice to His creation in the worlds.
وَلِلَّهِ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَإِلَى اللَّهِ تُرْجَعُ الْأُمُورُ.
Translation. And whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth belongs to Allah, and to Allah all things return.
كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله ولو آمن أهل الكتاب لكان خيرا لهم منهم المؤمنون وأكثرهم الفاسقون.
Translation. Of all the communities raised among people, you, the Muslims, are the best, enjoining the good, forbidding the wrong, and believing in Allah. If only the people of the book had believed, it would have been better for them. Among them are some believers who have accepted Islam, but most of them are defiantly disobedient.
لن يضروكم إلا أذى وإن يقاتلوكم يولوكم الأدبار ثم لا ينصرون.
Translation. They will do you no harm but annoyance, and if they fight with you, they will only turn their backs. Then no help will reach them.
ضربت عليهم الذلة أينما ثقفوا إلا بحبل من الله وحبل من الناس وباءوا بغضب من الله وضربت عليهم المسكنة ذلك بأنهم كانوا يكفرون بآيات الله ويقتلون الأنبياء بغير حق ذلك بما عصوا وكانوا يعتدون.
Translation: Degraded they shall live wheresoever they be, unless they make an alliance with Allah, an alliance with believing, for they have incurred Allah's wrath, and misery overhangs them. It is because they denied the signs of Allah and had killed the prophets unjustly and rebelled and went beyond the limits.
ليسوا سواء من أهل الكتاب أمة قائمة يتلون آيات الله آناء الليل وهم يسجدون.
Translation: Yet all of them are not alike. Among the people of the book is a section upright, who recite the verses of Allah in the hours of the night and prostrate in prayer.
يؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر ويسارعون في الخيرات وأولئك من الصالحين.
Translation: And believe in Allah and the last day, and enjoin what is good and forbid what is wrong, and hasten to give in charity. They are among the upright and the doers of good.
وما يفعلوا من خير فلن يكفروه والله عليم بالمتقين.
Translation: And the good they do will not go unaccepted, for Allah is aware of those who keep away from evil. Explanation: The above three verses, 113 to 115, are about those Jews and Christians who accepted Islam on the hand of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, who believed in Allah and His Apostle ﷺ, and on the last day, and who hastened to spend in charity. The following two verses, 116 to 117, are about those Jews and Christians who remained unbelievers.
إن الذين كفروا لن تغني عنهم أموالهم ولا أولادهم من الله شيئا وأولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون.
Translation: As for those who disbelieve, neither wealth nor children will avail them in the least against Allah. They are the companions of the people of fire. They will abide therein forever.
مثل ما ينفقون في هذه الحياة الدنيا كمثل ريح فيها صر أصابت حرث قوم ظلموا أنفسهم فأهلكته وما ظلمهم الله ولكن أنفسهم يظلمون.
Translation: The example of what they spend in this worldly life is like that of a wind containing frost, which strikes the harvest of the people who have wronged themselves and destroys it. And Allah has not wronged them, they wronged themselves.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتخذوا بطانة من دونكم دونكم لا يألونكم خبالا ودوا ما عنتم قد بدت البغضاء من أفواههم وما تخفي صدورهم أكبر قد بينا لكم الآيات إن كنتم تعقلون.
Translation: O believers, do not confide with others except your own people. They will spare no effort to ruin you. They surely desire your annihilation. Hate is on their tongues, and what they hide in their hearts is worse. We have shown you the signs if you have sense. Explanation: there are two aspects in our lives in this world. One is virtue and the other is evil. Virtue is from Allah and from His apostles and His awliya, while the center of evil is Satan and his associates in jinnis and human beings. The people who reject faith, those who are munafiqeen, and those who have imbibed in their hearts the love of power, money, women, and other comforts in this world, can never be on the same wavelength as that of the sincere believers. Allah is commanding us to be careful in this world and avoid confiding with people who stand in total opposition to the believers. They surely desire the believers' annihilation because of their hate. Sincere believers are the roadblocks for them, and they always try to remove these roadblocks so that they have a free ride for their evil desires. It is important to remember one more thing. The associates in sins are shayateen, unbelievers, munafiqeen, and those who pursue their lustful desires. The company of unbelievers, munafiqeen, and the people who are after their lust in this world affects you, and slowly you become one of them. Many of the jinns and shayateen are invisible to human physical eyes. The moment you involve in a sin, say in zina, be rest assured that you have the company of devils around you who watch you doing zina. They participate in this act along with you. Once you are caught in the circle of evil, those devils never leave you alone. They will follow you wherever you go and watch whatever you do. They will create insinuations in your heart to indulge in more sins, and in their company you will grow in sinning and rebellion. It is a steep slope that takes you down to the pit of hell. It is very difficult to climb back from this slope because there is no one to pull you up, and you have many devils in shayateen and humans pulling you down along with them. At this time, Allah's mercy is cut off from you. The only way out is you should seek the company of a Sahih al-Aqidah Sheikh of Ihsan to pull you out from the steep slope and repent for your sins and seek Allah's mercy to come back to the straight path.
ها أنتم أولئك تحبونهم ولا يحبونكم وتؤمنون بالكتاب كله وإذا لقوكم قالوا آمنا وإذا خلوا عضوا عليكم الأنامل من الغيظ قل موتوا بغيظكم إن الله عليم بذات الصدور.
Translation: Listen, you hold them as your friends, but they do not, even though you believe in all the scriptures. When they meet you, they say, "We believe," but when they are alone, they bite their fingers in rage. Say, "Die in your rage. Allah is aware of the secrets of the hearts."
إن تمسسكم حسنة تسؤهم وإن تصبكم سيئة يفرحوا بها وإن تصبروا وتتقوا لا يضركم كيدهم شيئا إن الله بما يعملون محيط.
Translation: If good comes your way, they are unhappy, but if evil befalls you, they are pleased and rejoice. Yet, if you are patient and guard yourselves against evil, their cunningness will not harm you in the least, for whatsoever they do is well within the reach of Allah. Explanation: Allah's help to His servants is always there. Only condition is you should guard yourselves from rebellion and should not fall victim to the worldly desires. Our condition in this life is similar to a man who has been asked to hold on to his corporeal desires for some time. Unlawful acquisition of these desires is like a severe infection with which the person is sure to die in disgrace and will be subjected to torment in hereafter. As against this, Allah has promised you to provide everything your nafs desires in hereafter. You will get exceptional food, pious companions, palaces and gardens to live, and there will be no restrictions in using these comforts.
وَإِذْ غَدَوْتَ مِنْ أَهْلِكَ تُبَوِّئُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ مَقَاعِدَ لِلْقِتَالِ وَاللَّهُ سَمِيعٌ عَلِيمٌ.
Translation: Remember when you, O Prophet ﷺ, set forth in the morning from your house, assigning the positions of the believers for the battle. Allah heard everything and knew all.
إِذْ هَمَّ الطَّائِفَتَانِ مِنْكُمْ أَنْ تَفْشَلَا وَاللَّهُ وَلِيُّهُمَا وَعَلَى اللَّهِ فَلْيَتَوَكَّلِ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ.
Translation: When two of your groups were about to lose heart, Allah provided them courage, and in Him should the believers place their trust.
وَلَقَدْ نَصَرَكُمُ اللَّهُ بِبَدْرٍ وَأَنْتُمْ أَذِلَّةٌ فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَشْكُرُونَ.
Translation: Allah has helped you during the battle of Badr at a time when you were helpless, so fear Allah, you may well be grateful. Explanation: The battle of Badr took place on Ramadan 17 in the second year of Hijrah. It was a decisive battle that established the Islamic State. Badr is a place situated about 90 miles southwest of Medina. During Prophet ﷺ's time, Badr was a watering station at which the caravans used to get water for their camels. After the Prophet ﷺ and his companions' immigration to Medina, Meccan pagans imposed restriction on them from traveling in and around their territory. In return, Muslims also demanded that the pagans should not travel in and around Medina. The cause of the battle was Muslims got the news that a massive trade caravan of pagans was returning from Syria to Mecca. The Prophet ﷺ sent some of his companions to get news of them while the caravan travels within the vicinity of Medina. They reached a place called Al-Hara and waited there until Abu Sufyan ibn Harb, leader of the caravan, arrived. Muslims tried to go after the caravan, but Abu Sufyan, who had not accepted Islam then, managed to bypass Muslims. He, however, informed Meccan pagans about it by a fast emissary and sought their help to protect the caravan. On his request, the Meccan pagans prepared a contingent of 1,000 warriors and marched towards Medina. On their way, they met the caravan, who was returning safely to Mecca. The pagans deliberated what to do in this circumstance. They eventually decided to continue their march to attack Medina. When the Prophet ﷺ knew about the Meccan army marching towards Medina, he prepared a Muslim army that consisted of 313 men. The Muslim army hurried to the well of Badr to safeguard supply of drinking water. When the pagan army arrived there with a huge army and weaponry, the Prophet ﷺ prayed to Allah for help. The revelation came assuring the assistance, and angels were sent down to help Muslim army. Allah's Apostle ﷺ and Sahaba fought bravely, and pagans were defeated decisively. They ran away from Badr. They lost 70 of their well-known warriors, including Abu Jahl, and another 70 of them were taken as prisoners. Muslims suffered 14 casualties.
إذ تقول للمؤمنين ألن يكفيكم أن يمدكم ربكم ب3,000 من الملائكة منزلين.
Translation. Remember, when you said to the believers, is it not sufficient that your Lord would send for your help 3,000 angels from the heavens?
بلى إن تصبروا وتتقوا ويأتوكم من فورهم هذا يمددكم ربكم ب5,000 من الملائكة مسومين.
Translation. Yes, why not? If you patiently endure and remain pious, and the disbelievers attacked you suddenly, your Lord will send down 5,000 marked angels to help you. Explanation. Allah is assuring His help, but the condition is you should remain patient and pious in difficult situations and trust in Allah.
وما جعله الله إلا بشرى لكم ولتطمئن قلوبكم به وما النصر إلا من عند الله العزيز الحكيم.
Translation. And Allah did not bestow this victory except for your happiness, and only that your hearts may attain peace with it. And there is no help except from Allah, the Almighty, the Wise.
ليقطع طرفا من الذين كفروا أو يكبتهم فينقلبوا خائبين.
Translation. That He might cut down a section of the disbelievers or suppress them so that they turn back disappointed.
ليس لك من الأمر شيء أو يتوب عليهم أو يعذبهم فإنهم ظالمون.
Translation. They are not your responsibility, O Prophet ﷺ. It is for Allah to either punish them or forgive them if they repent. Indeed, they are wrongdoers.
ولله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض يغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء والله غفور رحيم.
Translation. And to Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth. He forgives whom He wishes and punishes whom He wishes. And Allah is all forgiving and most merciful.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تأكلوا الربا أضعافا مضاعفة واتقوا الله لعلكم تفلحون.
Translation. O you who believe, do not practice usury, doubling and quadrupling it, simple and compound interest. Have fear of Allah. You may well attain your goal. Explanation. Allah is assuring that even if you do not take interest, you may prosper in your business transactions.
واتقوا النار التي أعدت للكافرين.
Translation. Keep away from the fire prepared for the infidels. Explanation. The hellfire is prepared for the infidels, not for believers. It is a sorrow state of affairs that believers commit sin, eat haram, take riba, and burn for their sins in hellfire.
وأطيعوا الله والرسول لعلكم ترحمون.
Translation. And obey Allah and His Apostle ﷺ so that you are covered under Allah's mercy.
وسارعوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم وجنة عرضها السماوات والأرض أعدت للمتقين.
Translation: And hasten for the pardon of your Lord, and for paradise extending over the heavens and the earth, laid out for those who take heed for themselves and fear Allah.
الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء والكاظمين الغيظ والعافين عن الناس والله يحب المحسنين.
Translation: Those who spend in Allah's cause in happiness and in grief, and who control their anger and are forgiving towards people, are the righteous. Allah loves those who practice ihsan. Explanation: What is ihsan? Hadith of ihsan. Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrated, one day while the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting in the company of some people, Angel Jibreel alayhi salam came and sat, folding his knees, and asked, "What is faith?" Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, "Faith is to believe in Allah, His angels, the meeting with Him on the day of judgment, His apostles, and to believe in resurrection." Then he asked, "What is Islam?" Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, "To worship Allah alone and none else, to offer prayers perfectly, to pay the compulsory charity, zakat, and to observe fasts during the month of Ramadan." Then he asked, "What is ihsan?" Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, "To pray as if you see Him, and if you cannot see Him, then you must consider that He is seeing at you." Bukhari, part of Hadith. As per the above Hadith, there are three categories of people in Muslim Ummah. First, people of Iman. They truthfully believe in Allah and His Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. People of Sahih Iman will eventually get salvation. Second, people of Islam. There are two types of Muslims under this category. First, who have Sahih Iman, and second, the followers of deviant sects who do not have Sahih Iman. The people who are not good at Iman and their beliefs come under the purview of apostasy, polytheism, hypocrisy, blasphemy, are faithless Muslims even though they recite Kalima Tayyaba verbally, claim themselves to be Muslims, and act upon certain Islamic deeds. It is in Hadith. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrated, Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "There will appear some people among you whose prayer will make you look down upon yours, and whose fasting will make you look down upon yours, and they will recite Quran in melodious voices and memorize it, but Quran will not go down their throats. They will misunderstand and misinterpret the meanings of Quran, and will go out of Islam as the arrow goes out of the bow." Bukhari. Some people consider the people belonging to all Islamic sect will get salvation on the day of judgment. Some will get instant salvation, the others will get salvation after they are punished for wrong Iman. This is not a correct understanding, because the first and the foremost requirement is Sahih Iman. A person who dies without the light of Iman in his heart, lived in darkness in this world, will remain in darkness in hereafter as well. His Islamic deeds will not be useful for him in his salvation. It is in Hadith. Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrated that the Apostle of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Allah does not look at your figures nor at your attire, but He looks at your hearts." Muslim. Allah looks at your Iman and intentions, because all your outward deeds are dependent upon your Sahih Iman. If you do not have Sahih Iman, correct Islamic faith, in your heart, all your good deeds go in vain. Third, people of Ihsan. The people of Ihsan are awliya Allah who are good both in Iman, Islamic faith, and Islamic deeds. These are the people who are successful in both the worlds. They are the ones who will get innumerable bounties of Allah in hereafter. It is in Quran. Allah is with those who are righteous and practice Ihsan. An-Nahl 128. It is in Quran. Allah loves those who practice Ihsan. Al-Baqarah 195. Aal-I-Imran 134, 148. Al-Ma'idah 13:93. It is in Quran. "Behold the friends of Allah. On them shall come no fear, nor shall they grieve. These are they who have believed in Allah and are mindful of Him and are abstain from everything evil. To them tidings come. This in itself is a great felicity. Yunus 62 to 64. Followers of Salafi, Wahhabi, and like-minded sects do not believe in Awliya Allah and consider their pious graves as places of polytheism. They treat them as idols worshipped by idol worshippers. The Muslims who visit their graves for barakah are called by these sects as grave worshippers. They do not realize that it is the practice of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and Sahaba who used to visit the graves of Muslims frequently. There are many ahadith in this context in almost all authentic ahadith books. By doing blasphemy of Awliya Allah, followers of these sects surely invite the wrath of Allah. It is in hadith, "Whoever takes a wali of mine, an enemy, I will wage a war on him." Bukhari, part of the hadith. The emphasis on wali of mine in the above hadith shows that the Awliya Allah, the people of Ihsan, are the chosen ones among believers, and their disrespect, blasphemy, and equating them with polytheists, idols, may lead to dire consequences in hereafter.
والذين إذا فعلوا فاحشة أو ظلموا أنفسهم ذكروا الله فاستغفروا لذنوبهم ومن يغفر الذنوب إلا الله فاستغفروا لذنوبهم ومن يغفر الذنوب إلا الله ولم يصروا على ما فعلوا وهم يعلمون.
Translation: And those who, when they commit an immorality or committed oppression on themselves by sinning, they should remember Allah, do dhikr, and seek forgiveness for their sins. And who can forgive sins except Allah? And those who do not persist in what they have done, do not repeat sins, while they know that they have done wrong, will find their Lord most forgiving.
أولئك جزاؤهم مغفرة من ربهم وجنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها ونعم أجر العاملين.
Translation: For such people, the reward is forgiveness from their Lord, and gardens beneath which rivers flow, abiding therein forever. What an excellent reward for the people who seek forgiveness and perform good deeds.
قد خلت من قبلكم سنن فسيروا في الأرض فانظروا كيف كان عاقبة المكذبين.
Translation: Indeed, there have been many examples before your time. Therefore, travel in the earth and see what happened to those who denied the truth.
هذا بيان للناس وهدى وموعظة للمتقين.
Translation: This is a clear declaration from mankind and a guidance and a warning for those who save themselves from evil.
ولا تهنوا ولا تحزنوا وأنتم الأعلون إن كنتم مؤمنين.
Translation: So do not lose heart or be grieved, for you will surely prevail if you are believers.
إن يمسسكم قرح فقد مس القوم قرح مثله وتلك الأيام نداولها بين الناس وليعلم الله الذين آمنوا ويتخذ منكم شهداء والله لا يحب الظالمين.
Translation: If you have been wounded, they too have suffered a wound. We cause this alternation of night and day in the affairs of men so that Allah may know those who believe, taking some as witness of truth from your ranks, for Allah does not like those who are unjust. Explanation. The verses 137 to 170 are with reference to the Battle of Uhud. Brief history. The Battle of Uhud took place a year after the Battle of Badr on 7 Shawwal 3 AH near Mount Uhud, about 5 kilometers north of Medina. The Meccan pagans were enraged over their defeat in the Battle of Badr a year earlier. Therefore, they prepared the whole year for this battle and marched towards Medina with the objective to eliminate Islam and its Prophet ﷺ. As had been the case at Badr, the Muslims were outnumbered in the Battle of Uhud as well. The pagans' army consisted of 3,000 heavily armed men, while the Muslims' army consisted of about 700 men. Mount Uhud provided structural defense to the Muslim army. The Prophet ﷺ placed 50 marksmen archers at the slope of Mount Uhud. This was to ensure that the backs of the Muslims fighting below would be protected and that the opposing force could not attack them from behind. He commanded that these marksmen never leave their positions regardless of the situation. In the beginning of the battle, Muslims gained momentum and rapidly overpowered the Meccans. Soon, the Muslims were on the offensive as Meccan pagans were retreating. However, by a strategic mistake on the part of the marksmen, the battle was reversed. Looking at the success in the battlefield, the archers left their assigned places and went down into the battlefield as they considered there was no need to stand there. However, the Meccans got the opportunity to attack Muslims from behind as this area was left defenseless. A contingent of Meccan pagans led by Khalid bin al-Walid, who had not accepted Islam then, came from behind and attacked Muslims from their back. Now, Muslims were caught in the middle and were attacked from all sides. In this confusion, many Muslim army men retreated and left the battlefield. The Prophet ﷺ was held up on Mount Uhud along with his 14 loyal companions. He was also struck by an arrow and lost one of his teeth. On the ground, it was rumored that he was dead. This caused confusion among Muslim ranks. As Muslims retreated, the Meccan army, who had also suffered heavy losses in the beginning of the battle, also retreated and left for Mecca. They were chased by brave Sahaba and the battle remained inconclusive. It is in Quran. Allah did indeed fulfill His promise to you when you, with His permission, were about to annihilate your enemy until you flinched and fell to disputing about the order and disobeyed it after He brought you in sight of the booty, which you covet. Among you are some that hanker after this world and some that desire the hereafter. Then did He divert you from your foes in order to test you, but He forgave you. For Allah is full of grace to those who believe. Aal-I-Imran 152.
صدق الله العلي العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم.